Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a quick fun video of me doing my 2025's ins and outs financial edition. Okay, you guys, so we're going to start with the outs so that we can end positively. Our first out is using predatory loans such as Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, Earnin. I was watching a financial video on YouTube and there was a girl in the video who literally had an Earnin brand deal, and I was like, girl, there's no way that you were teaching us about finances and talking about your, there is no way that you are doing that. Honestly, I have never liked any of these kind of things and I truly try and stay away from them. Now you guys know I have my own faults with things like credit card debts, so I'm not gonna say I've never been a victim to some kind of credit line, but what I will say is these apps make it very easy. Oh my God, you only have to pay $20 right now. Put $0 down and then you have to pay $55 for the next 10 years. One thing that we have to realize is that if we don't have the money for something in that moment, we should not be buying that item. I am not using those apps. I've actually deleted all of them and I just don't want to use those anymore. If I cannot pay something in cash or if I am not saving up for that item, then I truly just feel like I should wait to buy it. You'll literally get paid and Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay, QuadPay, they're all hitting your account and you have $2 left. That is a crazy thing too. They will take your money before you even know you have the money in the account. And I really feel if you are somebody like me who is an overconsumer, if you just can't purchase it in that moment, you can't purchase it in that moment. Like sometimes you just have to say no to yourself and it's not that big of a deal. And my in to replace those apps is budgeting and tracking variable expenses. So if you are budgeting and tracking your items, if you are doing small sinking funds for fun purchases, then that is how you're going to be able to get those items that you would have normally paid with Afterpay for. Afterpay would have provided you that instant gratification for those items, but saving and budgeting for those items is giving you delayed gratification, which shows you that you don't always have to say yes to yourself in the moment and you can still get that item. Budgeting and tracking your expenses is just going to also make you and your finances like besties hand in hand. I was even talking to somebody in my life yesterday. They were getting really stressed out when they were like paying all their bills, and I was like, well, you were probably getting stressed out because you didn't have like a plan. Like you just got paid and you just decided to like throw a bunch of money out at people. But having a plan, knowing how much money you were gonna have after you pay all your debts or your bills, being able to say like, hey, I know this comes out on the 16th, I know this comes out on the 31st, is gonna make your life a whole lot easier instead of just guessing. If you are adequately making a budget that is going to allow for balance where you can treat yourself, also put towards savings and also put towards debt and bills, you're gonna feel a lot better because you have been able to allocate your funds appropriately based off of your budget. If you're not tracking your variable expenses at this point, you really should. All of last year I was tracking my fixed expenses, which didn't really make any sense because none of those things changed very drastically throughout the months. What was the problem was my variable expenses, and once I got a grasp on that, I was really able to realize that like I can have the best of both worlds. I can treat myself, I can save, I can pay towards debt and bills, but in a more balanced way where I actually know what's coming out of my accounts. My next out is constantly catching up on your finances and not having funds for unexpected expenses. This directly correlates back to that other in of being on top of your finances and tracking them adequately so that you know what money is coming out when and how much money you have at the end of the month. One thing that really sucks is like feeling like you're living paycheck to paycheck, going to work and feeling like you're not really able to like treat yourself or go out to dinner with your friends, go out for a drink, whatever the case may be. But I would really strongly advise you to like take a step back from like feeling like you constantly need to treat yourself. And if you are in a place where you're a little bit behind on your finances, to just catch yourself up so that you don't feel like you're in this rat race. That is like really annoying. Nobody wants to be living their lives and feel like they are just living to pay bills. Or back in December, I had some stuff going on in my car. My battery died, and also I'm not like a car person, so I don't really know how to explain it, but I put $2,000 into my car in the first 2 weeks of December. That was very annoying and hard for me. Now I have a car sinking fund that I am trying to have like $1,000 in at any time. My car is getting a little bit older. It hit 65,000 miles. I do commute to work every day for about an hour each way, and I put a lot of gas in my car and a lot of mileage on my car. Now that car thing was an unexpected expense that I was just not like ready for. So thank God I had the money, but when things come up and you have to find and piece money together to put towards that thing, that puts you behind. But if you were being very smart with your money and you were slowly allocating funds towards things that haven't come up yet, it would make your life a whole lot easier, which is why sinking funds and emergency funds and allocating a certain amount of money in your budget towards unexpected expenses is really important. And the in for that is being 1 month ahead on your finances. Going back to December, that was kind of like a wake-up call for me. I figured that money that I had in that high yield savings account just wasn't being used correctly, and I reallocated those funds to help me get 1 month ahead and then help me pay off my car. So the paychecks that I got in December were for January's expenses, and the paychecks that I'm getting in January are for February for March, and so on and so forth. And what I am really trying to do is keep myself 1 month ahead on my finances for the whole year of 2025. It has only been like less than a month that I've actually been 1 month ahead on my finances, and I can say that the peace of mind that it is giving me is really great. My coworkers the other day were talking about the fact that we had gotten paid, and I hadn't even looked in my bank account because the money that is in the bank account is not for this month. I am still using money that I have from December for my variable expenses. All of my bills were paid off within the first week of January because I just wanted them to be out of sight, out of mind, and paid for, and I want to continue to stay 1 month ahead. One thing that I always see that cash budgeters do is they start stuffing for their smaller things. So they'll be 1 month ahead on their cable bill, and then they'll be 1 month ahead on their cable and their water. They just slowly start allocating funds to be 1 month ahead. So it may not be something that you can do within a month or a 2 month span. If you guys want an individual video on how I was able to get 1 month ahead, then let me know down below. My next out is not saving for your future self. So one of the main things that I see within these financial videos and podcasts and books that I'm reading is they really want you to save for your future self. One mistake that I have made is any job that I have worked for, I have taken out my 401k early, which also is not good because then you have to pay taxes on that money. You owe the government back during tax season. I did that in 2024 with my previous job, and then I ended up having to pay the IRS because I took that money out of my 401k. If you are on a new retirement plan with your new job, transfer the money over. That's what makes the most sense. You're gonna get the more bang for your buck out of that money as well. And the in is not paying yourself first. What paying your future self looks like is contributing to your 401k before you get paid, taking advantage of benefits such as your employer matching your 401k contributions, then also opening a Roth IRA, putting money into investments. In the future, I will surely be focused on investing. As of right now, I am putting money towards my 401k, and before the end of the year, I would love to open a Roth IRA as well. My next out is not paying your credit cards in full. For me, for 2025, I am not even using my credit cards. I am debating if I'm going to keep my Amex Gold because I really do love that card, but I think that a lot of financial people have talked about it being just a coupon booklet. Honestly, makes you spend money on things that you probably wouldn't normally spend on. So I'm still working through if I'm actually going to cancel that card or not. The annual fee is $325. That is the only card that I would really use because of the benefits I get. I've literally paid for full flights with my Amex points. So I will say that I've gotten a lot of value out of that card. Wait, we're supposed to be talking about credit cards not being good. I am a person who the credit card companies love because I let the credit card work me. I don't work the credit card. If you know how to use credit cards and you pay them off in full after the statement balance or by the due date, that's great. For me personally, cash is king. When I use money in cash, it really just makes me think about whether I'm going to use it or not, whereas paying with my card just seems like free money for some reason. The in is using your credit cards to your advantage. For you guys who do enjoy using credit cards, just use them responsibly and making sure you are not going over a comfortable amount that you are able to pay in full by the end of the month. My last out is not having a savings account. I think that a lot of people my age, I'm 25, can have all of these different excuses for why they are not ahead in their finances or why they are not using good resources to help them get ahead in their finances. The in is moving your savings to a high yield savings account, which is free money for saving. It's like a reward. Why would you not want free money for saving? If you are saving money, then you might as well put it in an account that is going to work for you. If you put it in a high yield savings account, their high yield savings account right now where you can get up to about 4% in interest. Depending on how much you put in there, it can be a good amount of money. And the cool thing that you can do with that money that you gain back in interest is you can maybe put that towards something that you may want. You're like, okay, I know that I gained $100 in the last 6 months in interest through my high yield savings account. I'm gonna take that $100 out and I'm gonna treat myself to a nail day or something like that. Or just keep it as savings, extra savings that you didn't do anything to get other than put it in a high yield savings account and an account that is going to protect your money. I have a Marcus Garvey high yield savings account, and one of the things that I really like about that is that it's out of sight, out of mind. I bank with Chase, and to go to my high yield savings account, I have to go to a whole nother app. With the out of sight, out of mind, and also putting my savings on a automatic deduction from my account, it's almost like I am just saving money without even seeing it. And going into that account at the end of the year was really rewarding to see how much I was able to save. So those are my 2025 financial ins and outs. I would love to hear what yours are down below. It could also be a financial goal of yours. I would love to just hear where you guys are at with your financial journey. On this channel, I've been sharing a lot about my financial journey for 2025. So if you want to hear more about that, click this video up here so you can hear what my goals are, as well as a little bit about my financial history. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.